Hey everybody, half a day to snap my seatbelt on and off.
It's melting.
All right, sunset time. Oh, I said sunset.
Sunset.
Oh yeah. We're gonna catch maybe the last 10 minutes of it. But happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everyone had a wonderful day, made lots of money. For us, we did okay. We did over $100, so that's good. That's good. Worked about 4 hours, so. But before we head back home, I figured, I was like, this is a perfect spot to do the sunset. Isn't that gorgeous? I like the red colors, the red and the orange. Let's just zoom in just a tad bit more.
Zoom in, that takes away the color.
Look at that. Aww. The sun is going bye-bye. It's going bye-bye. But look at the colors it's leaving behind. Hey, nieceys. Good evening. We just finished our shift, and I was like, oh, we're just in time. Barely, really, on catching the ending of the sunset, because where we're at in my daughter's home zone, this is a perfect spot. We're at the Walmart, our favorite Walmart to park, because you just have that open view right there. You don't have a tree line, mountains, houses to block the view. But how was your day? Did you get out there to work? Make sure this is set to all messages. Was good, much busier than yesterday. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we worked about 4 hours today. We got out here a little later. Went to go visit with my mom and my aunt because they are leaving tomorrow for Vegas. A very close friend of my mom passed away, and so they're going over there for his service. It is, isn't it? You know, the view, I just love the colors. Half a day, Bruno. And to everybody else that's popping in, I do hope y'all will hang out for a little bit. But like I said, this is one of my my more favorite spots to park and watch the sunset. Yeah, you know, and I feel bad because my husband this morning, he's like, babe, why is your mom messaging me asking if we're back yet? And I was like, oops. You don't speak English, but you type very well. That's okay. Just enjoy the view. Just enjoy the view.
Everything you wrote is in English.
This one, it could be the translate. But I told her, I was like, oops, sorry, Mom. Yes, we are home safe and sound. Sorry I didn't message you sooner.
I say I miss you. I know that.
Uh-oh, that's why I require location share on... Huh? What did I miss? Oh! Oh, you're talking about so that way... Oh, okay, my mom don't do Snapchat. And every time I do video chat with my mom, I'm looking at more of her forehead than anything. Because she's too close to her iPad or her phone. Ah, no worries, Bruno. Just enjoy the view, and I appreciate you being here. No. That's okay. I don't think she'd be interested in that. With Snapchat and what's the other Twitter? I don't even do Twitter.
I don't need your Twitter, your
I'm
Twitter,
sorry,
and all that dumb bullshit.
Or whatever the new or whatever the new name for Twitter is.
X.
No, I thought that had to... Was it? Is it X?
Is that? Yes. That's like the only one I have X, but I don't even ever get on the damn thing. I mean, it's just all the videos I see on X are just people getting beat up or people getting killed. So I don't see what the point of it is. But
I figured as much, Bruno. That you're using a translator. That's good. How come that didn't show up on the main chat? Yeah, X, everyone still calls it Twitter. I don't use it either. Yep. Facebook Messenger really... I mean, yeah, I do have my TikTok account, but... Hey, Mike. Good evening. We're just catching, what's left of the sunset. I barely made it to this spot just to catch it. And it looks a lot better through the camera than it is in person. Can you guys hear him singing?
Nope, I cannot.
Why has the chat stopped on my channel? I worked the dinner hours, made about 50 bucks in 3 hours, and I came home and took Lucy for a walk. How was your day? Well, we just finished our shift. I just did a little bit of personal shopping so we have something to eat when we get home. We worked about 4 hours and we did just over 100 bucks, so it wasn't a bad day. Got to visit with my mom and my aunt who's back in town, my mom's sister. Is going to be accompanying my mom to Vegas. She's attending a close friend's funeral services. It's nighttime already over there. Well, here in Texas, it is
Fix me nighttime.
It's 8 p.m.
Do you know where your kids are?
Thank you, Mike. Always appreciate that. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, it's what's left of our sunset.
Oh, why are they coming over here?
Uh-oh. Is that an ambulance? That looks like an ambulance.
Ambulance. Call an ambulance, come and pick up my people. In other words, get out of the way.
Are they going to the store?
I don't know where they're going. Somebody choked on a chicken bone.
Dreamfish, River.
Alright, yep, sounds like a lot of stuff that Yep. Magic mushrooms. Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at you, Nieces. So are we going to go through Bunny or... Hopefully that is correct translation for thank you for being here. Oh. You're welcome, although I don't understand what they write because I don't... Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, Cuban B.
That's okay. You're doing good. You're doing good. But Nieces, you responded to the video already. And Mike, I don't know if you saw it yet about the video I uploaded this morning. About what happened with my shift last night with DoorDash. Now, Nina is saying that I need to call back to speak with customer service again to find out. So if you guys haven't watched that video, go to my channel and check it out. It's titled, What's Going On, DoorDash?
What the frickin' DoorDash?
I mean, like I said, I've been able to pop on to my DoorDash throughout the day, checking it to see if it's going to try and stop me from, you know, signing on, but... I know. And it's even hard just to get, you know, just to be able to speak to someone, get a hold of someone. I think one time I was on hold for like 15 minutes just to get to a representative because I was having an issue at a drop-off. I mean, do you guys believe the fact that they don't have a way to find out if your name has multiple accounts?
They're full of shit. That's impossible. There's no way that they wouldn't be able to know because, I mean, seriously. Why would that? I mean...
Lo está haciendo muy bien, Bruno.
I mean, because...
Haciendo.
Because money from the cloned account, if there's a cloned account, has to go somewhere. They're not doing the shit for free. And they're not doing it so you get paid. So if there's a clone account, then there's a bank account tied to it. So they're full of shit. There's no way that they can't know. But you just tell them, okay, well, tell me what, can we check what bank accounts we have my direct deposits going to? Make sure they're all going to the same ones. They can do all your, they can use that account all they want to, as long as it's getting deposited into your account. That's all I need.
Yeah, and I mean that's what I was thinking. I mean, there, like my hubby just said, there has to be a way. It's because you scrolled down.
I know. I'm in a drag race now.
Oh.
Don't you touch my...
Oh, what'd you do? It went blurry. No, get back.
I didn't do anything.
You did it.
I didn't touch that phone. I'm messing with my phone.
You touched it.
Right here.
Why is it blurry? Stop being blurry.
There's something
There you go.
orange.
All right. Adios, Bruno.
Luego con Dios.
And you're doing it very well there, Nieces. Que bueno. What good? Wait.
What?
What good did I just say? Beep, 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 beep. It keeps trying to make sure, is it recording? Yes, it's recording. Okay. Yeah, and I like the fact that Google has a Google Translate to where you can have a conversation with somebody. But you have to have the phone between you. They speak, it translate, and then that way you can respond back. I think I did that a few times actually when I was working at a bank. And every time, and there was a good mix of us working at the bank, but I would usually be if my other coworkers who did speak Spanish wasn't there, that they would come to me and start talking in Spanish, and I'm like, lo siento. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. And it still makes me laugh when the one time when I worked at that bank and I said I don't speak Spanish, and the person was like, why? Why don't you speak Spanish? Yep, it's nice. Hard to ask a guy about quarters at a car wash one day. He pulled it up. Like I said, that is pretty cool. But the Bluetooth earbuds that I had bought, it was supposed to be one of those AI translating ones, to where someone's talking to you in a different language, it'll translate it for you so you can understand what they're saying. But the QR code that it came with, when I tried to scan it to get the app, my phone wouldn't let me do it because it was saying that it seemed like it was not safe. So I was like, great. So I'm trying to find another program, a free one at that does the instant translating. I'd be afraid it would translate something weird though. Right? That is true, because we were testing out the this other program that I found, or was it Google Translate?
No.
But anyways, we were testing it out. My husband put it on a Spanish channel. It was some type of game, sports game going on, and the commentators were talking. And so it kept translating what they were saying, but there were, I don't know how many times, with what was translated, it made absolute no sense. I was like, wait, if they're talking.
Yeah, the problem is they were having a conversation, so it was translating the whole thing.
Yeah, so sometimes I think they were talking about other stuff and not about the game. Hi, Irene. Good evening. Yeah, the QR code that the earbuds came with, my phone was saying that it was not safe, and it was very questionable, because when I tried to look it up through the app itself, through the Play Store or the other app store, and I could not find that specific program.
Where'd you buy these earbuds, China?
I don't know. It was on Amazon. I got it on Amazon. And I was like, I could not find that specific one.
I'd return them motherfuckers.
So I was like, what? You're just surfing well? I try to pronounce your name, but I think it was... Well, thank you for being here. We're just on our way home after working. But hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you, Nieces. So yeah, I did find it very sketchy. I was afraid to move forward with downloading the program through that QR code, so I never did.
Download it on one of the old phones first. See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I said it in my head. That's why I was like, I'd say your name out loud, but it's a good one. That's a good one. I am streaming to you from Central Texas, just north of Austin. The hubby and I just finished doing some gig work with Walmart Spark, and now we're on our way home, which is about 30 minutes away. Nisi's just got it. His name, his channel name. He's like, yeah, don't say it out loud. Yeah, I've seen some interesting, what do you call it? Not channel name, but handle. Yeah.
I just now put my glasses on. I saw it.
He had to put his reading glasses on to see it. But there have been some pretty interesting, I just said it, handles. There you go. Handles that I've seen in my live stream and in other people's. I was like, yeah. Is that where you're watching from Florida? Is that supposed to mean something? You said Florida.
What?
Is that supposed to mean something?
Yes.
Hey there, Walk. Good evening. Or good morning, depending on where you're watching from. Rock on. Hey, Carrie, good evening.
Shit.
Do you think a t-shirt with a necklace design would sell well? I don't know. If you think it does, everyone has their different tastes. You're watching from Canada?
No.
Awesome.
There's no more Willis.
Black Air Force.
Why is there nobody named Willis anymore? That show ruined Willis's. Now you can't say. Now you can't have any Willis's.
What show?
Different Strokes. Because nobody wanted people to walk. Please don't Willis all the time. Why not? When's the last time you heard somebody's name Willis?
Oh.
I couldn't tell you.
Same place as. Oh, I was about to ask you if you knew. That's awesome. Yeah, I subbed to Corey's channel too. Thank you for being here.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
You gotta wait until we get home.
I don't have to. I can take a nap right now.
Yeah.
Nobody will notice.
I will.
Only if the car goes off the road. Oh, I got some.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. That's a lot of SUV pickups.
Bid now, shit. I'm gonna go buy me a truck.
Yeah, the water doesn't taste good after it's been sitting in the heat. Just enjoying your convos and the road trip. A buzz thing. Okay, that's cool.
Buzz thing.
Yeah.
I'm out.
My old channel name is T1. Ah, okay. I think I am sub to your channel then. Hi Albert, good evening. How many subs needed before birthday? Well, as of this live stream, let me see.
85.
Right before I went live, I was sitting at 916. So it's 9:15 Eastern. Yep. You are ahead. Actually, we were not far from you, Florida guy.
Not far from you.
Because we were in South Carolina just the other day, visiting my hubby's Mom for her birthday. So, yeah, we were not far from you. We actually just did. We got back from a straight drive. We left his mom's house at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday morning, and got to our house here in Texas just after midnight, Texas time. So we were on the road over 16 hours. You got a lot of family up there too? Georgia, Tennessee, Carolina. Mostly the Greenville area for his family. I'm trying to move to Florida in a few months. Love it down there. Is that, Nieces, is that what you were doing out there when you were out there last month? You were checking it out for potential places? I mean, Florida does look like a gorgeous place to be in, but for me, I don't know, it's dealing with all the hurricanes.
Buy me a piece of land, put me some gators in it.
And the gators. That's the other thing, is the gators.
I would enjoy a pond in my backyard full of gators. And then that way, people piss me off, I can bring them over and introduce them to my gators.
Are you looking at the northern part of Florida, or? Yeah, because on the drive back, and we had just started talking about gators, and I was looking at my phone, and my hubby's like, "Ooh, there's one." It was dead, but it was on the side of the road, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "You gotta be quick."
You gotta be quicker than that.
He didn't realize it was a gator until we were just right up on it, because he saw the tail.
It was obliterated from the front. All I saw was the tail. That's how I figured it.
Make the move if you can afford it. He saw an eagle, soft shell. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen a soft shell turtle. Soft shell turtle and 2 bunnies today at Fort Myers. Aw. Sharks too. Yeah. I mean, as many times as we've visited South Carolina, we've done a handful of trips to go to the coast, to go to Myrtle Beach.
Not just Myrtle Beach.
And I mean, up and down, you know, it wasn't just Myrtle Beach, but up and down that area. We've gone to different spots almost every time where we go out there. But
down around Charleston all the way up to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. I mean, we've even gone down to Charleston. But and it's beautiful there along the coast. But, you know, that's one of the things. Growing up in Guam, you know, a tiny tropical island in the South Pacific, I didn't have to worry about the waves right there at the shore, because the reef was a little further away from the beach. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are sharks that make it past the reef, the smaller ones. So but yeah, not like the ones I've heard about. I think even here in Texas, down by South Padre area, I mean, there in Florida, even in South Carolina.
Yeah.
I just want to see the dolphins. Yes. We've only seen them from a distance. The wild ones. St. Augustine is cool. Is that in Florida?
Yes. Here's deer.
No, I was actually born and raised there. I mean, although we are military affiliated, because my hubby is retired Air Force. Wouldn't mind seeing a shark from a good... Agreed, Nieces. Totally agreed. Wasn't it? Yeah, we were at... I don't know if it was there closer to Charleston.
What?
Right, Charleston?
What?
One time we were at the beach, and there was a shark in the water, and everybody was yelling at someone that was a little away from the shoreline, was, you know, fishing.
Yeah.
And there was people yelling for him to come closer, come back to the shore, because they could see a shark.
And then he disappeared because the shark got him.
No,
That one,
no.
I don't remember.
Thank goodness it wasn't that one of those where we're gonna witness someone getting bit by a shark in the water.
They're more scared of you than you
Dolphins
are them.
everywhere. But yeah, that's what makes me a little intimidated about. If you guys caught my live stream last July, when we went out to Myrtle Beach, and my mom was there, and one of my other sisters and her husband was there.
Myrtle Beach.
The furthest I got out in the water, where it was maybe hitting my chest. But yeah, I was like, that's good enough. Retired Air Force. Pop's retirement was 1984 at MacDill Air Force Base. Nice.
My pop's retirement was 1992 at Altus Air Force Base.
I don't know if you just heard him, but his dad retired Air Force in Oklahoma in 92.
Yeah. Altus Hell on Earth
In
Air
good
Force
old
Base.
Altus, Oklahoma.
My retirement was
He's an Air Force
Air
brat.
Base, Germany.
Yep, our kids are an Air Force brat, and our youngest child, he is third generation Air Force now. He's Air Force. Whether he's going to do career, he's still deciding, even though I keep pushing for him to stay in. Did you like being military kid?
Yep.
Hubby says yep. I enjoyed being a military wife. I mean, at one point I was a military kid, a brat, because I stayed with one of my older sisters when I was still in high school, and even once during my middle school years, because I was helping her watch her kids, and I had to become her dependent in order to live with her. So, and she was Army, so I got to travel a little bit, because the first time I lived with her, we went to it was in Kansas. Fort Riley. It was in Fort Riley, Kansas. Was the first time. That was my very first taste of coming to the States. Fort Riley, Kansas. Apparently he's familiar because he's like, my God, Altus. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, the first time he took me to Altus, I was like, wow.
And 20 years later, the last time I took it to Altus, it still looks the fucking same.
Yeah, pretty much.
It changed.
Pretty much. I mean,
Same shithole it always was.
it's crazy. That is a small place.
We go there because my older brother, still lives there for some unfucking known reason. I don't know why anybody stayed there, but they did.
Aw. Nieces was actually born in Germany.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Boys.
We enjoyed our time in Germany too. That was actually our last base when he retired. So yeah, my first taste of being in the States, I was 12 years old, and I went to go live with my sister to help watch her 3 kids at the time. The first time I went to school, I was in middle school there, and one of the first things another kid asks, when they found out where I was from, hey, do you guys still wear grass skirts and coconut bras? They're thinking of, a tropical island like Hawaii. And I just started laughing. Oh, he was in Altus from 72 to 76.
I see.
Nieces was wondering what Altus was.
We were in Altus from 82 to 92.
10 years. He was there for 10 years. Or should I say his dad was stationed there for 10 years.
10 years.
82 to 92. I still remember the reservoir off base.
Yep.
Yep.
Still there. It probably still looks the same as when you were there. I kid you not. The base is actually changed.
A lot from the first time.
They had what we call new base housing across main road, and they wound up basically doing away with that division between and made it all encompassed into the base. So
Can I take what? Somebody else just chimed in. Take my horse to the Old Town Road. You sure can. I like that song.
yeah, I think they still have little friggin' posts and stuff to tie your horses up.
But he also says,
that fucking plays it.
other than after he said about the reservoir, he said not to mention the tornado warnings and the dust devils.
Yeah. Well, Altus got hit with a tornado I think it was the year before we moved there.
Oh.
He got hit by a tornado, flipped over some C5s and shit.
Actually, because his brother still lives there, his oldest brother still lives there, and just last year, they had to hide in their tornado shelter because the tornado had actually hit Altus.
It was heading that way.
It suffered a lot of wind damage, basically.
No, there was a tornado heading that way, but it didn't hit the town. I think it was closer to, it was Hollis and Duke area heading that way toward Altus. And I had to be the one to call him and freaking tell him, hey, there's a tornado. He didn't even freaking know. Well, you just don't pay attention to nothing, do you?
Weren't the sirens going off?
I'm sure they were. We're talking about people. Come on, you saw it in Kansas when we were stationed there. People don't care. Tornado sirens go off. People still mowing their lawn and shit. They don't care.
All right. Thank you, Florida guy. Have an awesome evening. Chat with you later. We're talking about Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, where the wind comes.
To get to Oklahoma, from where his brother, from Altus to where we live here in Texas, it's about a 5-hour drive. Depending on who's driving.
I can make it 3.
Well, I don't know. A lot of the places aren't as Speedy Gonzales anymore, remember?
Yeah, no, I get tickets all the time. I ain't had a ticket in a long ass time, though, so I guess I better keep it that way.
Oklahoma City into Altus is what, an hour?
No, it's like 2.5.
Oh, 2.5 hours. Because I know Oklahoma City definitely was hit by a tornado.
They always get hit. Oak City, Edmond, they always get fucking hit.
Yeah, I mean, the times that, just even where we live here, I mean, the town of Jarrow, which is only 15 minutes from where we live. And that town back in the late 90s suffered from a F5. It suffered from an F5 tornado, and it demolished.
It pulled pavement off the ground.
I mean, it
turned paved roads into dirt roads.
I mean, our town, since we're about 15 minutes from the path where it got close to the neighborhood, especially for my father-in-law, because he said he visited the area where the tornado, at least part of its path, which was closer to our town at one point. Our town here actually suffered from wind damage. Because an F5 can span at least a mile wide?
Yeah, I think that one was a mile wide when it came through. But it stopped just short of where we live, by about a quarter mile maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I know we watched the documentary about it, and people that were here in our hometown were talking about, that they still had to seek shelter because of how bad the winds were here. Seeing expensive neighborhoods with nothing but a bathtub in each house spot was wild. Yeah. Or just the foundation.
Yeah, just the concrete slab.
Just the concrete slab. So I do not take it lightly, even for severe thunderstorms, because, especially being here in Texas, with how hot it can get. And when these thunderstorms, dropping the temperatures and has the ingredients to spark a tornado. I don't take those I don't take those warnings lightly. We've been back in Texas. Total now, I've lived in Texas almost 20 years, and I still don't take it lightly with the warnings that happen for severe thunderstorms and whatnot. We will watch it, and yeah, my son-in-law, his job in military, he's Air Force too, and he's a weather guy. So, but that doesn't stop me from reaching out to my daughter and say, hey, I don't know if your hubby told you or not, or hey, I don't know. I still, of course, reach out to her and my mom when we see that they're going to be going through some bad weather. Hi, Asha, if I said that right. Good evening. I'm glad I'm not the only one who understands that. I couldn't get my folks to pay attention in Mississippi last weekend. One barely missed them. Oh my gosh.
Pretty much right where we are right now. There's between back there, the bridge we crossed, and going toward this way. Last year, I think we had like 5 tornadoes come blazing through this field to the left of us out here.
Yep. Nina! Hi, Nina.
Hey.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We're just talking about, at the moment at least, the topic is tornadoes and bad weather. Both Nieces and I understand. And I'll get on my, I've gotten on my sisters and my mom, because I'll call to them just to see what they're doing, because they have a habit of hanging out in their own rooms and just watching TV and whatnot, and not really paying attention to the weather. And I'll be like, what are you guys doing? Oh, I don't know. I was like, you guys know that there's you're going to be getting some pretty bad weather over there, and you guys need to be prepared to get into the safe zone. And what I don't like about my sister's house is that the only safe zone really that's away from the outer walls is the hallway between the 2 of the bedrooms. Tennessee had enough last week to last a while. Yep, I agreed. Nina says hi to you too, by the way. And one of the times that I called to my sister and I told her about it, she's like, yeah, I know, I can see it. Because she was standing in the garage with the garage door open watching. I was like, what are you doing? When you're talking about gusts of wind and you're standing in your garage with the garage door open. Now granted, growing up, sometimes we did have that habit as kids, unless we were forced to not hang out by the door or the windows, because we had to board the windows up. But there are times when typhoons have hit Guam and we'll be standing at the door only because my parents are doing it, so we're like, we want to see too. And we'll see stuff flying by.